Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Leading off and catching from Winthrop University, number 11, Kai Hooks. Batting second from Seminole State College and playing third base, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen. Batting third, the center fielder from the College of William & Mary, number 3, Joe De Los Santos. In the cleanup spot from Liberty University, wearing number 1, Victor Castilla. Batting fifth, the DH from UNC Greenboro, number 25, Mitchell Smith. Batting sixth, the right fielder from Davidson College, number 13, Jacob Friend. Batting seventh, the shortstop from University of Pittsburgh, number 12, Anthony Lasala. Batting eighth, the left fielder from UNC Greensboro, number 18, Luke Jenkins. And batting ninth, the second baseman from the Hokies of Virginia Tech, number 2, Carter Newman. On the mound tonight for the Express and wearing number 14 from Tallahassee Community College, Austin Asbill. This time we ask you please rise, remove your caps for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner to be followed by the first pitch. Performing for us tonight is Jennifer Cooper. Jennifer and her husband Titus, I've known them for quite a long while, and their 4-year-old daughter Margaret live in Strasburg on their family farm raising beef cattle. For the past 10 years, Jennifer has worked for Centara at RMH and has served as the music director of Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Woodstock, Virginia. These are some dear folks. Jennifer, whenever you're ready.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, wow, that is simply fantastic. Nice job.
The 2023 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight as we get ready for Game 3 of the Valley Baseball League season, and it's a battle of two unbeaten teams, the 2-0 Purcellville Cannons and the 2-0 Strasburg Express. Strasburg coming off of a pretty miraculous comeback in the 9th inning last night at Harrisonburg to defeat the Turks and knock them down to 1-1. Meanwhile, Purcellville defeated Winchester 9-7 in a high-scoring affair. These two teams will battle it out after Purcellville ended Strasburg's season last year in the first round of the North Division playoffs. Purcellville beat them 2-1 right here on this field. So, although it's a lot of different guys this year, these two teams still have some returners, and we'll talk about them and much more as we get ready for tonight's ball game. On the mound tonight for the Strasburg Express is a 6'3" lefty out of Tallahassee Community College, Austin Asbill. Asbill out of Port Orange, Florida, will get the baseball tonight against these Purcellville Cannons. Now the lineup for the Cannons, leading off and playing shortstop, it's Caleb Stewart. Batting second, a returner, the center fielder, Mikey Brenton. Another returner and possibly the biggest and baddest in this lineup, the slugging designated hitter, Ryan Guida. He's going to be a guy that Strasburg has to slow down tonight. Batting fourth, Joseph Eichelberger, the right fielder. Batting fifth, Keegan Knutson, the second baseman. Batting sixth, a returner from last year, catcher Jose Torres. Batting seventh, another returner for the Cannons, Cullen Horowitz, the first baseman. Ryan List, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And batting ninth and playing third base tonight for the Purcellville Cannons, it is Aiden McDonald. Austin King is on the mound tonight for Purcellville. A battle of two Austins for these two teams on the mound. We are ready to rock and roll tonight from First Bank Park. The first pitch of the game misses outside at 7:09, and it's 1-0. 1-0. And a called strike to the leadoff hitter, Caleb Stewart. Stewart is a 5'9" righty out of Georgia State University from Millwood, Georgia. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to short. Charging the shortstop. LaSala's throw to first is in time. And another great pick at first base by Victor Castillo as he continues to be very good defensively at first. And there's one out here in the top of the first.
Center field from Arkansas, Fort Smith, number 11, Mikey Brenton.
One up, one down for Purcellville. Here's Mikey Brenton, the center fielder. Brenton has been a pretty big piece of this Cannons lineup the last couple of years. And the lefty takes in the dirt. Brenton from Keller, Texas, 5'10" lefty. Throws right. University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. 1-0 is a breaking ball up high, 2-0. As I mentioned, these two teams are 2-0, and there's a big reason behind that, and that's that they have both hit the cover off the baseball to this point. That one's down low, and it's 3-0. Purcellville's pitching has not been quite as good as Strasburg's, but they have hit the ball very, very well, especially the middle of their lineup. 3-0, and a fastball right down the middle, 0-3-1. Beautiful night for baseball here in Strasburg. 3-1 is a foul tip into the glove, 3-2. Lineup, I should say defense tonight behind the Strasburg starting pitcher, Austin Asbill, is coming up. 3-2. Strike three called on the outer part of the plate, and Asbill battles back from down 3-0 in the count to pick up the punch out. 2 outs here in the second.
Now batting the DH from Florida International, number 29, Ryan Guido.
Here's Ryan Guida, the DH. Defense tonight behind starting pitcher Asbill. Left, it's Jenkins. De Los Santos is in center. Friend is in right. Pitches a called strike, 0-1. Irigoyen at third. La Sala at short. Newman at second. Castillo's at first. And Hooks is behind the plate. 0-1. And that's a called strike, 0-2. 0-2 the count to Ryan Guida. Guida 6 for 10 on the year with 1 RBI. Still looking for his first home run of the year. 0-2 is in the dirt. Tonight's keys to the game. First for the Purcellville Cannons. They got to limit Joe De Los Santos, the 3-hitter for the Express. He's been killing the baseball. They also need to keep the ball in the ballpark here in this small park as that's fouled away. And finally, they need to have a strong bullpen effort. They're going to try to piece together some innings from their starting pitcher, Austin King, and then see if their bullpen can keep it close. 1-2 to Guida is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you for joining us here tonight if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or listening on Stretch Internet. 2-2 from Asbill, and Guida hammers one to left, and that's over the leaping third baseman Irigoyen. That's to the wall. Fielding it in left field is Jenkins. He will throw it in. It's cut off. Throw to second base. He's safe. Guida just getting in there safely. He should have been out, but the tag was just too slow. Guida was able to get in there just in time as Newman couldn't get the tag down in time for whatever reason.
Number 22, Joseph Eichelberger.
Great relay from the Express right there. So a 2-out double for Guida. Strasburg had a great opportunity to get him out there, but he just got in there safely, and a ground ball through the hole in left. Ball is bobbled in left, but then recovered. Guida's going to have to hold it third, so it'll be first and third with 2 outs for the Cannons here in the top of the first. So back-to-back hits for Purcellville.
San Jacinto, number 35, Keegan Knutson.
Here's Keegan Knutson, the second baseman. Knutson fouls it away, 0-1. That last batter was Joseph Eichelberger, who had a great night last night, a grand slam in the first. He had a 3-run shot in the second. He's over there at first. 0-1 to Knutson, and that's a ground ball to third. Fielded by the third baseman. Irigoyen's throw to first is in time, and the Express work around a little bit of activity for the Cannons. Purcellville with 2 hits in the inning, but they strand 2. We go to the bottom of the first. Austin King is on the mound for the Cannons, and we'll see him right after this. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Austin King is on the mound for the Purcellville Cannons. Austin King out of San Jacinto College, out of Pasadena, Tennessee. 6'3", righty, 190. He will face the catcher, Ty Hooks, leading it off in the bottom of the first. And he takes a called strike, 0-1. Ty Hooks, the catcher out of Winthrop, will lead it off. Hooks is 2 for 3 on the year with an RBI, and he fouls it away. Rest of the lineup tonight for the Express. Batting second, the third baseman, JoJo Irigoyen. Batting third, the center fielder, Joe De Los Santos. Batting fourth, first baseman, Victor Castillo. 0-2. And a hard ground ball to short, fielded by Stewart. He will throw to first in time, and Hooks is the first out here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting the third baseman from Seminole State College.
Comes JoJo Irigoyen.
JoJo Irigoyen.
Mitchell Smith will bat fifth. He's the DH. Batting sixth, Jacob Friend, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Anthony LaSala, the shortstop. Batting eighth and playing left, Luke Jenkins. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Carter Newman. JoJo Irigoyen, the batter. And he takes a pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Irigoyen out of Seminole State College. From Orlando, Florida, 6-foot right-hander. 1-0. Hard ground ball up the middle to Stewart. It takes a hop over his head into center field. And the first hit of the night comes here in the bottom of the first with one out for JoJo Irigoyen.
Now batting the center fielder from the College of William and Mary, number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
One out single for Strasburg, and here is Joe De Los Santos. He has been on a tear to start the year. De Los Santos, 5'11" righty out of the College of William and Mary from Richmond, Virginia. We'll get to Strasburg's keys to the game here in just a second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was the third hit of the year for Irigoyen. He's now 3 for 8. De Los Santos coming in 5 for 8, batting .625 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. 0-1. That's outside. Keys to the game tonight for Strasburg. Limit Guida. They've already given up a hit to him, but they kept him in the ballpark. Speaking of that, keep the ball in the ballpark. Purcellville can hit the baseball over the fence, and they need to play clean defense tonight. Had a few errors last night after a pretty clean game on opening night against Newmarket. Count is 1-2 to Joe De Los Santos in the 3-hole tonight. King comes set at the belt. Irigoyen takes his lead. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Back pick to first and sliding in safely is Irigoyen. So De Los Santos down on strikes.
From Liberty University, Victor Castillo.
Big punch out there for Austin King. Here is Victor Castillo, the lefty, playing first base tonight for Strasburg. Castillo 2 for 8 with no home runs, 1 RBI, batting .250. And he takes up high, 1-0. Other games tonight around the league. Newmarket's at Front Royal. Harrisonburg is at Charlottesville. Covington's at Winchester. Waynesboro's at Woodstock. Culpeper is at Stanton. 1-0. That skips in the dirt. Great block by the catcher. Throw to second, and out by a mile at second base is Irigoyen. Great block and throw by Torres, and they get him at second, and the half inning is over. Strasburg with a hit. They strand none. We go to the second. Cannons and Express all tied up at nothing.
Now batting the catcher from Louisiana Lafayette, number 30, Jose Torres.
We go to the top of the second inning. Jose Torres, who gunned Irigoyen out at second, trying to move up on a ball in the dirt, will lead it off, and he will take in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. A little bit of breeze up here in the press box. American flag out in right center on the scoreboard, moving around a little bit. Looks like a sign or something's down out there. That misses outside. 2-0. Something's laying on the ground out there. Count is 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Torres. And he takes a strike, 3-1. Torres 1 for 2 on the summer. University of Louisiana Lafayette. And he takes inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to the catcher. And Cullen Horowitz, the first baseman, will step up for Purcellville.
Now batting the first baseman from the University of North Carolina, number 77, Cullen Horowitz.
Horowitz from the University of North Carolina. He's out of Shepherdstown, West Virginia, 6'4", 235. And a throw over. They had him leaning, but he's safe. Good move by Asbill. Torres, the catcher, already got his lead back before Asbill even got back to the rubber. Strasburg turned a couple of double plays here the other night. They'd love to get Horowitz to hit a ground ball as the pitch misses outside, and they had Torres going back to first on the pitch. So that means Asbill's doing a good job keeping him close if he's heading back to the base on the pitch. Don't know if Torres is going to run. He is a catcher, but it looks like he could run a little bit. Horowitz foul late on a fastball, and it's 1-1. Purcellville and Strasburg here on the 3rd of June 2023. 2-0 versus 2-0. 1-1 and a throw over. He was leaning a little bit again, but he's back in safely. Big ol' lead this time. My goodness. Then he takes a step back. 1-1. And fastball just off the plate, 2-1. If I'm Asbill, you got to get on the rubber quick when he's taking that extra step before he takes a step backwards. Trying to mess with the pitcher. 2-1 and a swing and a miss. Asbill fires the fastball by Horowitz, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. See if he's moving here. And again, throw over. Torres is in safely. He's trying to get Asbill's head away from the pitcher, or from the hitter, and more worrying about the runner and try to mess with him a little bit. Doing a good job of that so far. 2-2. Swing and a foul ball. Pitch was off the plate, but he was able to keep it alive. Two. In the dirt, hooks with a nice block, and runner holds. So now Asbill behind, or I should say the count is now full after he was ahead. Asbill 16 strikes to 13 balls. Horowitz is 1 for 5 on the year with a couple of RBIs. Again, you want him to try to hit it on the ground, up the middle. And he fouls it back once again late on the fastball, still 3-2. Strasburg 2-0 with a victory over Newmarket on opening night and a win over Harrisonburg last night. Purcellville beat Front Royal on opening night, as that's also fouled away. They beat Front Royal on opening night, and then last night they beat Winchester. First road game of the year for the Cannons here tonight. Again, the 3-2 coming up. Asbill to Horowitz. Swing and a liner to third, caught. And that is the first out. An Adam ball right to Irigoyen for the first out here in the top of the second.
From Babson College, wearing number 8, left fielder Ryan Liss.
So finally getting it out on that at-bat is Asbill. Here's Ryan Liss, the left fielder. Liss out of Babson College from Hollywood, Florida. 6'3" lefty, 205. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And he swings and misses, 0-1. Beautiful night at the ballpark. It was hot during the day, as that is hit high into the air to left center field. Ranging to his left is Jenkins, and he makes the snag for the second out here in the top of the second. Temperature down to about 80 degrees or so here in Strasburg as of about 7:30. Got up to mid to high 80s today.
With number 16, Aiden McDonald.
So after the leadoff walk, a line out and a fly out, here's the 9-hitter and the third baseman for Purcellville, Aiden McDonald. McDonald out of James Madison University, 5'9" righty from Aldie, Virginia. And he takes down low, 1-0. Thanks for tuning in here tonight from Strasburg. And a quick throw over. Now that there's only one division, I can't say a battle of two North Division teams. I can say a battle of two former North Division teams. These two teams formerly in the same division. 1-0. And that's a strike. Well, they still are. They're just with everybody else as well. No South, no North. It's just the Valley League. 1 ball, 1 strike to McDonald. Taking for a strike. Pitcher's pitch. Bottom of the strike zone. It's 1-2. Strasburg will have 4, 5, 6 due up in the bottom of the second. Asbill trying to get through here. Pitch number 28 is outside. 2-2. Correction, 38. Runner goes, the pitch is fouled back. McDonald 0 for 3 in his at-bats to this point here in 2023. Torres still at first, 2-2. That's fouled away. A lot of foul balls here in this half inning for the Cannons, making Asbill work. Twenty-second pitch of the inning is a number to first. Castillo puts the glove down, takes it to first himself, and the half inning is over. Asbill walks Torres to lead off the inning, but then gets 3 consecutive outs, and we go to the bottom of the second. Strasburg coming up to bat in a scoreless ball game. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Victor Castillo leads it off for Strasburg. He was batting when Irigoyen was thrown out trying to get the second on the ball in the dirt, as the pitch is a called strike from Austin King. 0-1. Castillo with an open stance from the left side, crushes one left center, but getting there and making the catch is Mikey Brenton. Had too much air under it. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the second.
The batter is the DH from UNC Greensboro, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
It'll bring up Mitchell Smith, the DH. Smith out of the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. He takes a strike on the inner part. Oh, 1. Fastball painted on the outside part of the plate, strike 2. No score here in the bottom of the second. Strasburg Trying to get something going here on offense. Same spot, same result. Strike 3 called. And there are quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
The right fielder from Davidson College, number 13, Jacob Friend.
And here is Jacob Friend, the right fielder. I believe he is making his express debut here tonight. Friend, 6'1" lefty from Davidson College in Arlington, Virginia. And he pops one up. This is going to be trouble. Left side, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Just hit it off the end of the bat, and the way that the infield was lined up, they were playing even or in with the bag, at least the third baseman was, and it'll be a 2-out single for Friend. Second hit of the night for Strasburg.
Pittsburgh, number 12, Anthony Lasala.
So Friend not wasting any time, making friends for his side and enemies on the Purcellville side. 1 pitch, 1 hit. Here's Anthony Lasala, the shortstop. He takes inside, 1-0. Lasala out of the University of Pittsburgh. 5'10" righty, 165. 1-0. Fastball, strike called. We're seeing a peppering of the outside part of the play right now from Purcellville starting pitcher Alston King. 1-1. Swing and a high fly left field, but with plenty of room out there is the left fielder Liss. He makes the catch. And the half inning is over. Strasburg with a 2-out single, but they leave him out there, and we go to the third. No score from Strasburg. Caleb Stewart leads it off for the Purcellville Cannons as we go to the top of the third. Asbill's first pitch is a ground ball to third. Diving stop by Irigoyen. He throws to first, not in time. And an infield single for the leadoff hitter in this Cannons lineup, Caleb Stewart. Nice effort by Irigoyen, but beating it out at first to lead off the inning. Here is Mikey Brenton, the center fielder. He struck out looking his first time up. Asbill, the lefty deal. Swing and a pop-up. Left side, out of play. 0-1. Won the count to Brenton. Throw over, and Stewart back in there safely. Brenton now 3 for 9 to start the year. And he pops one up again, foul. And out of play, 0-2.
If you had your insurance with Element Insurance of Strasburg, that sound wouldn't bother you in the slightest.
It'll be pitch number 45 of the outing for Asbill, and he hits him in an 0-2 count. And the Cannons have first and second with nobody out.
The DH, number 29, Ryan Guido.
And definitely not what you want with Guida coming up. Ryan Guida, the batter, doubled his first time up. Bats from the right side. He has light tower power out of Florida International University. The pitch. And he takes, check swing, no appeal, 1-0. Guida 7 for 11 to start the year at the plate. Pitch. Swing and a liner in the left. That's going to drop for a base hit. Purcellville will take the lead on an RBI single. They get the ball in and throw it all the way home. Fortunate the runners didn't move up. It'll be an RBI single for Ryan Guida, and it's 1-0 Purcellville here in the top of the third.
The right fielder, number 22, Joseph Eichelberger.
So Stewart scoring from second on the line drive into left. Brenton had to hold at second. And in the third, Ryan Guida is now halfway to the cycle. First single and a double. Here's Joseph Eichelberger, the right fielder. Singled his first time up. And hooks with a great block. Keeping the runners on their base, 1-0. So a infield single, a hit by pitch on a 0-2 count, and a RBI single for Ryan Guida has Purcellville up 1-0. The pitch. That's in the dirt. Asbill a little bit out of sorts right now, 2-0. Got to be careful here. Again, Eichelberger hit 2 home runs last night in the first 2 innings of the game. Not a guy you want to give a meatball to. And a low strike, 2-1. If Asbill can hit that spot again, he better try. 2-1. Pitch. Foul ball, 2-2. Eichelberger is 4 for 5 to start the year. All right, let's see if Asbill can make a pitch here, maybe get a ground ball. Punch out would be nice, 2-2. And he throws one in the dirt. Eichelberger lays off, counts full, 3-2. 32 strikes, 20 balls through 2+ innings for Asbill. 3-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. They're going to go to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. Ball gets past Castillo. Runner comes home. Throw to the plate. He's out. And they do get the double play after all. The ball got past Castillo, the first baseman, but he played it on the carom, threw it home, and got the runner out at home by a country mile. As Brenton held up way too long at third if he was going to come home.
Second baseman, number 35, Keegan Knudsen.
So they get the out at second. Ball gets away at first, but then coming home, runner was thrown out. So there are 2 outs on the play on the double play and a runner on first for Purcellville. First pitch swinging to Knudsen. And now the ball gets away, going to third, and it ricochets. Now runner's going to second, throw to second. Not in time, so it's going to be a single and an E9, allowing the runner to move up to third as after he had stopped at second, and then both runners ended up moving up. So Strasburg getting a little clumsy here. So they have runners on second and third. It's still 1-0. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, so after the meeting on the mound, here's a big at-bat early in this game. Jose Torres, the catcher, second and third and 2 outs. This has been a crazy inning. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Torres well out in front. Leadoff single, a hit by pitch, a single to make it 1-0. Then a fielder's choice, got the runner out at second. Ball got away, threw the runner out at home who was trying to come home from third. As it is quickly 0-2, Torres once again out in front. So that made it runner on first with 2 outs, and then a single into right and an E9. So second and third, 2 outs, 1-0 Purcellville here in the third, and an 0-2 count to Torres. And a pitch that just misses. Close pitch there. Asbill would really like to have that one. Count is 1-2. Let's see if Torres can take advantage. 5 hits for the Cannons already. 1-2. Curveball hit high in the air, left field, but right there is Jenkins to make the catch. And if you're Strasburg, you are fortunate there, extremely fortunate to only allow 1 run. Cannons strand 2, second and third. They also had a man run gunned out at the plate. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Purcellville. We go to the bottom of the third. Purcellville leading Strasburg by a score of 1-0. It'll be 8-9-1. Jenkins, Newman, and Hooks as the first pitch from Austin King misses 1-0. Pitch. And it's a called strike, 0-2. Austin King, the starting pitcher tonight for the Cannons, has been good so far. And it's 1-2. Purcellville, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Strasburg, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. 1-2. And that hits him. Hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Jenkins took it. And that'll start the inning strong for Strasburg.
Number 2, Carter Newman.
Here comes Carter Newman, the second baseman out of Virginia Tech, the Hokies. From Woodbridge, Virginia, 6-foot righty, 170. Third baseman playing in front of the bag. And a throw over. Jenkins back in safely. First pitch, breaking ball up high, 1-0. Breeze coming in once again here in the press box. Might be able to hear it over the microphone. Looks like about 61 viewers on YouTube, maybe 64, something like that. That is down low, 2-0, and about 25 or so on Facebook. You can watch this game right from your TV on the YouTube app. Just search up Strasburg Express and we'll be there. 2-0. Up high, 3-0. On deck is the catcher, the leadoff man, Ty Hooks. Purcellville has not had trouble scoring runs this year, neither has Strasburg. 3-0. Probably taking all the way, and he is. Back pick throw to first, not in time. Pretty low scoring night to this point in the league. Front Royal and Newmarket tied at nothing in the third. Harrisonburg and Charlottesville tied at 2 in the third. Covington leading Winchester 1-0 in the third. Waynesboro and Woodstock tied at 1 and the third. 3 balls and a strike, and he hammers one into left for a base hit as it takes a hit off the lip, bounces right to the left fielder Liss. So Carter Newman with his first hit of the night.
Catcher, number 11, Ty Hooks.
On a hard hit line drive. Well, the hit by pitch and a single setting Strasburg up nicely to this point here in the inning. First and second, nobody out. Ty Hooks, the catcher. I might be crazy to ask this, but could he sacrifice here? He's an on-base machine, set the franchise record last year. He does show, but he pulls back for a ball on a fastball up high, 1-0. Hey, I've been called crazy before. Tonight is not the first night. It won't be the last. 1-0. Set at the belt is King. He deals. Swing and a miss. Healthy hack from Ty Hooks, 1-1. That was not a sacrifice swing. Trying to bring them all in. Outfield pretty straight up. Center fielder right down the middle. A lot of room in the right center if he can hit it down the line. Or just straight away right, I should say. 1-1 to number 11, and that's down and in, 2-1. Culpepper and Stanton, they're listed as in the pregame, so I don't know if they might have some weather in Stanton or if technology is doing its thing. 2-1 to the catcher from Winthrop, Ty Hooks, in his third year as a member of the Express. Line drive up the middle. That's a signature Ty Hooks base hit. Coming around third and in to score, and just like that, we're all tied up at 1. Ty Hooks with an RBI single right up the middle. Scoring from second is Luke Jenkins. And this game is once again tied, this time at 1. Still nobody out here in the third.
Now batting third baseman, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
So Ty Hooks helps to have a guy like him in the leadoff spot, puts the ball in play, picks up the RBI. He now has 2 on the year. Here's Irigoyen, and he pops one up in the infield. Infield fly should be called. It is finally called. The catch is made at first by Horowitz, and unfortunate for Strasburg there. They can't get the runners moved over, so big out there for King. There's one out here in the third. Here is Joe De Los Santos, the center fielder. De Los Santos struck out swinging his first time up, and I noticed they gave him a heavy dose of breaking balls away. Now, if he gets a fastball inside like King has been throwing tonight, he could crush it to left. He gets something soft there, and it's 1-0-1. Looked like a changeup. Probably left it up a little bit too high, though. You don't want your changeup up in the zone. A guy like De Los Santos will deposit it over the left field wall. 0-1. King set at the belt. Long hold, he deals. That's a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Strasburg a run, 4 hits and 1 error. Purcellville a run, 5 hits and 1 error. And that's why getting out of that jam last half inning was so big for Strasburg, keeping it at a 1-run game versus 3, 4, even 5. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. De Los Santos hits it high in the air, left center field. Center fielder on his horse. He will get under it and make the catch. Runner tagging to third, and throw to third, not in time. And both runners will tag up. Pretty gutsy there to tag up on that one. Newman showing off his speed. Pretty good throw from center field. Brenton couldn't get him. And they're going to appeal to second, and he's safe. Hooks with a great base running move as he followed along. So more of a productive out there as they at least got the runners over, but Hooks moved up to second and Newman to third on the fly out to center. Yeah, that was pretty gutsy to move up there, but it worked. De Los Santos with the fly out. Here is Castillo lined out to center his first time up, and he is late on a fastball. It's back into the net, 0-1. So right here, Purcellville now has an opportunity to strand some runners out on base. Strasburg at first and second, nobody out, has not scored any additional runs after the first one. Castillo has the ability to pull the ball into right, but he chops it to second. Play is made at first, and the inning is over. Strasburg does tie it up, but they leave two on base. Through three from Strasburg, 1-1 the score between Strasburg and Purcellville. Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the fourth, top of the fourth.
Leading off for Purcellville, the first baseman.
New pitcher for Strasburg. It is Drew DeSanto. DeSanto is a 6'4" righty out of St. Joseph's University from Frederick, Maryland. His brother picked up the save last night in Harrisonburg, and he will come in here in the fourth for the Express in a 1-1 game. Final line for Strasburg starter Alston Asbill. 3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So he will leave this game in a no decision situation. So Drew DeSanto will take over here and face 7, 8, 9 Horowitz, Liss, and McDonald. The first pitch to Horowitz is a fastball in there, 0-1. So both teams had great opportunities to really put up multiple runs in the third inning, and they both kind of squandered it, only coming away with 1. 0-1. Breaking ball, that is way crushed but foul to the left side. He left a breaking ball up, and Horowitz was just out in front of it. I don't think you want to throw that one again. I think you go right with the fastball and get it by him. Horowitz has some power. 0-2. And that is hit the opposite way. That's crushed, and that ball is gone. Horowitz in an 0-2 count hits a fastball the other way, and Purcellville quickly reclaiming the lead. It's 2-1 here in the top of the fourth. So Horowitz with his first hit of the night on an 0-2 count.
Left fielder number 8, Ryan Liss.
So not a great start to the inning for DeSanto and the Express. Here is Ryan Liss, the left fielder. He did go away from the breaking ball and tried to blow the fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Pitch to Ryan Liss is a called strike, 0-1. Liss flew out the left his first time up. So Purcellville back up 2-1. DeSanto's pitch is just down low, 1-1. One. Fastball, called strike. It is 1-2. 1-2. And that hits him. Hits him on the foot. So that's twice tonight where Strasburg has been ahead 2 strikes and hit a cannon. Cannot afford that. So a hit by pitch to the 8-man behind the count 1-2. Here's Aiden McDonald, the third baseman. McDonald grounded out to first his first time up. I wouldn't be shocked to see a sacrifice situation here. Time is called. I'm guessing Ty Hooks, the catcher, was the one with that. So let's see here if McDonald tries to lay a bunt down. Might swing away. He shows, and he takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1. Throw over, and the ball gets away, and it's going to go down the right field line, and it's going to roll for a long time. Into third base is Ryan Liss. It'll be a throwing error on the pitcher DeSanto, a 2-base error, second error of the night for the Express. So not a good inning at all so far for the Express. They're not playing the infield in either, so they're going to surrender the run. That one misses up high, 1-1. Against this Purcellville team, you can't allow a bunch of errors. That was one of the keys to the game tonight for the Express, was play clean defense, 1-1. And that's popped up foul. Castillo gives it a look, but it's out of play, 1-2.
Please return all foul balls to the train station. And I believe we're exchanging those for a free spot.
1-2. And that's nubbed foul over into the dugout, and it will be caught in the dugout by Purcellville's home run hitter, Horowitz, who just hit the home run. So he's making plays on the diamond and in the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McDonald. Strikeout here would be big, or a pop-up in the infield. That's a breaking ball. It gets away. Hooks can't find it. He finally does. Runner has to hold. It's 2-2. So a home run to lead off the inning and an 0-2 count, and then a hit by pitch on a 1-2 count. Then a throwing error by the pitcher, and a 2-2 count to McDonald. And a swing and a foul tip. Hooks couldn't hold on. Still 2-2. Hooks typically holds on to that one, but just couldn't do so there. Two. Swing and a miss. He blew him away on a fastball up and out of the zone. That's a huge out, number 1 here in the 4th. Back to the top of the lineup for Purcellville. It'll be Caleb Stewart, the shortstop. Man, that error might really come back to get Strasburg. We'll see. Big strikeout there. Stewart, single and a run scored in the 3rd, grounded out to short in the 1st. Infield still back. And he takes a strike, so all he really needs to do is put the ball in play whether it's a ground ball. Corners are even playing back. Ground ball to the pitcher would be interesting, though. 0-1. Fastball up high. 1-1. One ball, one strike. And it's popped up. DeSanto induces the pop-up. Castillo charges, makes the catch. And that's a huge out, number 2. So back-to-back outs for Drew DeSanto, a strikeout and a pop-out. Here is Mikey Brenton, the center fielder. Brenton struck out looking in the first. He reached on a hit by pitch in the third. It was thrown out at home trying to score on an error. The pitch, strike 1. Ryan Guida is on deck. You'd much rather have him lead off the next inning. 0-1, lefty Brenton, righty DeSanto. Runner still at third, 0-1 pitch. Hard hit grounder, Castillo can't field it. It's off his glove and it's a fair ball. Into the corner, a run's going to score. Brenton into second base. It's a hard hit double and it's 3-1.
The DH, number 29, Ryan Guida.
Just too hard hit of a ball for Castillo, who made a heck of an effort over there. So scoring from third, DeSanto unable to work out of the jam. Now he has to face Guida here. And that one misses, and Hooks was crossed up. And he's going to have to come out and talk to the pitcher DeSanto after Hooks almost lost his head. Well, this is what we expected with Purcellville. They're going to hit the ball, and you can't give them a bunch of extra opportunities. To this point, still only a 2-run game, but and you got to be careful here. It's a dangerous hitter on deck with Eichelberger, but Guida with a base open, you don't want to let him hit a home run and start to kind of put this thing in dangerous territory run-wise or score-wise. 1-0. That is a hard hit ground ball foul. Third base side, 1-1. Hello to everybody tuning in here tonight. Purcellville leading Strasburg 3-1 here in the top of the fourth from First Bank Park out of the Valley League, 1-1. Nice pitch there, finds the zone, 1-2. Guida is 8 for 12 to start the summer. A couple of RBIs. 1 for 2 tonight. Or 2 for 2, I should say. DeSanto, long hold, 1-2. And he hits him. So he hits Guida. That's the third hit by pitch of the night tonight when Strasburg was ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Right fielder, number 22, Joseph Eichelberger.
So Guida hit by a pitch, and I can tell you partly why that happened. DeSanto had his head looking at second base, and by the time he looked at home, I think it was too late. He had already let go of the baseball. Here's Eichelberger. He hits one a mile into the sky to center field, going back to the wall, and it is gone. A 3-run home run by Joseph Eichelberger, his second 3-run homer in 2 days. And this ball game suddenly getting out of hand. It's 6-1 here in the fourth.
Second baseman, number 35, Keegan Knudsen.
So it has not gone too well to this point for DeSanto.
Primetime Meats is a new home run partner for the Express. They're located at Stony Point. They're a small family-owned business selling chicken, pork, seafood, and beef. They've got a great desire to be a solid member of the Strasburg community. Got some wonderful local online reviews, so stop in and give them a try. Located again at the Stony Point area.
6-1 the score here in the fourth inning. 5 runs in the inning still with an out to go to try to get through this. It all started with a home run, then a hit by pitch, a strikeout, a throwing error, a pop out, then a RBI double, a hit by pitch with 2 strikes, and a 3-run home run. So Strasburg stalling, trying to, I'm assuming, get the bullpen going. And that's the thing with these 3-4 hitters for Purcellville. You hit the one guy, then the next guy can hit it just as well, and that's what Berger did. So Strasburg in a 5-run hole now. They haven't allowed this many runs all year combined, the pitch. And that's in the dirt, 1-0. They allowed 1 run on opening night, and they allowed, I believe, 4 last night. They've allowed that many runs in this inning alone. 1-0. DeSanto deals, and it's lined in the center, and another hit for the Cannons. Keegan Knudsen with his second single of the night.
Now batting the catcher, number 30, Jose Torres.
And Purcellville just keeps on hitting. That is hit number 9 of the night. 6 runs on 9 hits. And it'll bring up the catcher, Jose Torres. Torres flew out to left last inning. Only man not to have hit here in the inning for Purcellville, and he takes outside 1-0. And that is hit high in the air. Center field, that's well struck. Going back to the wall, leaping and making the catch at the wall. Saving extra bases is the center fielder, Joe De Los Santos. And the half inning is finally over, but not before Purcellville scores 5 runs to take the lead back. And as we go to the bottom of the 4th, the Cannons lead the Express 6-1. First pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning to Mitchell Smith is fouled away, 0-1. So starting pitcher Austin King with some run support to work with now. And that is a strike. 0-2. To the count and fouled back. 1-2. Sorry, it's still 0-2.
That was found in the ladies' restroom. If you'd like it and you were missing yours, it's up here in the press box. And that is popped up, shallow right center.
out the second baseman. Eichelberger coming in, but the second baseman, Newman, calls him off. And that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. 6-1 is our score here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
The right fielder, number 13, Jacob Friend.
Jacob Friend takes inside 1-0. And that misses. Two-0, and that is a hard hit ground ball to first. First baseman fields the ball, tosses it to first in time, scored 3-1, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
To shortstop, Anthony LaSala.
Two outs for Anthony LaSala, and he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Well, the skies are getting a little dark out here. Well, it is getting dark, but look like a little stormy dark too. 0-1 to LaSala, misses, 1-1. One ball, one strike from King. Swing and a miss, high fastball. Big hack, 1-2. King looking for a 1-2-3 inning, and Strasburg trails 6-1. 1-2 is just barely fouled off, getting a piece of it in LaSala. King through 3 2/3 innings is at 50 pitches, so pitch number 51 will be coming up. He's been solid so far, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He kicks, and the 1-2. Fastball off the plate, 2-2. Off the plate, according to the home plate umpire. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the 7-hitter LaSala. Torres lays down the signs, the pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Austin King with a dominant 1-2-3 inning. Strasburg goes down in order, and we are through 4 from Strasburg. Purcellville 6, Strasburg 1. Back after this. Cullen Horowitz will lead it off, and he's the guy that hit a home run off of Drew DeSanto last inning to start the inning. So let's hope no deja vu occurs here. So the pitch to Horowitz. Breaking ball popped up this time. Shallow left. No, now it's blowing towards foul territory. And making the catch is the shortstop, LaSala. Nice play there. Taking charge and making the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Drew DeSanto.
Left fielder, number 8, Ryan Liss.
One up, one down. Ryan List, the left fielder. Flew out to left his first time up. He was hit by a pitch and later scored last inning. The pitch. And a chopper to third. That is a fair ball. Irigoyen, strong throw to first in time. What a play over there at third by JoJo Irigoyen. He had to wait back on it. It stayed fair. Batter might have been a little slow out of the box. Kind of waited to see if it was going to be a fair ball, but Irigoyen makes a heck of a throw. Drew DeSanto, 2 pitches, 2 outs.
McDonald.
Here's McDonald, and we will not see a 3-pitch inning as he takes outside 1-0. (6-1) Purcellville, top 5. The pitch. DeSanto misses outside 2-0. We got started tonight at 7:09 here on the 3rd of June in 2023. Both teams coming in at 2-0, the final 2-0 teams in the Valley League, which is kind of hard to believe after only 2 games. Called strike 2 and 1. Bunch of 1-1 teams, a couple of 0-2 teams. 2-1. And that is a pop up in the center. DeSantos can't get there, and it takes a wacky hop. Runner going to second. Now he's going to hold up at first. And it'll be a 2-out bloop single for Aiden McDonald, the 9-hitter, his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 3. And back to the top of the lineup for Purcellville. It'll be Caleb Stewart, singled in the third, popped out last inning. That is hit number 10 for Purcellville. Pitch from DeSantos up high, 1-0. That's up high, 2-0. And that's in the dirt to the backstop. Hooks is going to throw to second. Close play, but not in time. So runner at second, 3-0 count, and that's up and in, ball 4. First and second, 2 outs for Mikey Brenton.
I don't understand it, but I also don't understand why that home run's not colored unless these are solo home runs. Is that why they color?
And a meeting at the mound here might have a change. Bullpen door is coming open. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll update you on the new hurler after this. Valley League action on Facebook and YouTube. All right, new pitcher for the Strasburg Express. It is Chase Ingram. Tar righty will take over, and a hard-throwing righty as the first pitch is torpedoed into the catcher's mitt for a strike, 0-1. Ingram, 6'3" righty out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham, from Pleasant Hill, California, 0-1. And that's fouled away quickly, 0-2. He's got some serious velocity.
Now pitching for the Express is Chase Ingram out of University of Alabama, Birmingham, also known as UAB.
So Brenton with a hit tonight, a double and an RBI last inning, and a run scored. Count is 0-2 to Brenton. Cannon's already up 6-1. Strasburg trying to stop the bleeding. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball foul, first base side, still 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count to Mikey Brenton. Pitch. Breaking ball, nasty, but it breaks too far inside, 1-2. Brenton trying to keep the inning alive for the Cannons, try to add on after they scored 5 last inning. Ingram looks in for his signs, Hooks lays him down. He comes set at the belt looking for a punch out, and it's fouled back off the pole. And we will keep the at-bat alive. He's just staying alive on that four-seam fastball with some heavy velocity to it. One-two again. Breaking ball hit in front of the mound. Ingram comes off, fields it, makes a nice play, and a even better play at first by Castillo. The ball almost went right down the line, but Victor Castillo saved the day. Score at 1-3, and Ingram comes in and gets the out. Purcellville 6, Strasburg 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, second pitch swing is Luke Jenkins to second, and the play is made by Knudsen, and there's quickly one out. Strasburg,
second baseman number 2, Carter Newman.
Strasburg has gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row have been retired for the Express. Here is Carter Newman. Newman singled to left his first time up. And the pitch from King is up high for a strike 0-1.
Congratulations to Ross Benson. He had the dirtiest car in the parking lot.
And a strike 0-2. Some sad news out of the MLB. It was announced that Washington Nationals Steven Strasburg will likely never play again, as that is a pop-up in the left field. Liss makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. Steven Strasburg, a guy that was talked about early on as a
catcher, number 11, Ty Hooks.
A future Roger Clemens, a future ace, and although Strasburg had some solid years, if you take away his World Series ring and his World Series MVP, it's a bit of a lackluster career for a guy that was really had a lot of things people expected him to accomplish, but he got his contract before everything went down, so that's a big thing for him. 0-1 to Hooks, and that is hit into left center. Ty Hooks is going to find the gap, and it bounces into the wall. Oh, Hooks falls down at first base, and let's hope he's okay. A 2-out single for Hooks as he slipped moving around the bag, and it'll be a long, long single for Ty Hooks. His second hit of the night.
Third baseman, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
That's why you got to like to see Hooks at the top of the lineup. He gets hits. All right, here's JoJo Irigoyen, a single in the first, pop out in the third. He's a guy that could put some power onto the ball. I mean, he could get one over the fence and make this game interesting again. Count is 0-1. Strasburg's down 6-1 here in the fifth, but a home run could make this a 3-run game. You never know. 0-1 to Irigoyen. Long hold the pitch. He's behind on the fastball, 0-2. 2 outs here in the home half of the fifth for the Express. King, 43 strikes to 18 balls. Oh-2. And he pops it up. Behind the plate. Catcher runs into the umpire. And he makes the catch, pushing back against the net, out of our view. And the half inning is over. Strasburg with a 2-out single, but Hooks is stranded at first. We're through 5 and off to the 6th. Purcellville 6, Strasburg 1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Ingram's still on the mound for Strasburg, and the first pitch is a check swing. He didn't go. Ryan Guida, the batter. He's been on 3 times tonight. A single, a double, an RBI, a hit by pitch, and a run scored. And he grounds one to short. Moving to his right is La Sala. Long throw, and Castillo, the magnet at first base, makes the pick. And there's one out here in the top of the 6th. One up, one down. Here comes Joseph Eichelberger. Eichelberger kind of has the backbreaker right now. The 3-run bomb back in the 4th inning. Eichelberger hit a 3-run bomb his last time up on the first pitch. He first pitch swings again. La Sala running throw in the first, not in time. It'll be an infield single for Eichelberger. That's his 3rd hit of the night.
Second baseman, number 35, Keegan.
And it'll be Keegan Knudsen. Knudsen, the second baseman, 2 singles and a ground out. So runner on first for Knudsen. Ingram, the tall righty, set at the belt. He deals, and it's another ground ball, this time to short. Going to second for 1, back to first. In time, it's a double play. So a twin killing to end the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg still trailing 6-1. New pitcher for Purcellville as we get back to baseball, moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It will be Gabriel Moorer. Moorer is out of Jacksonville Beach, Florida, 6'3" lefty, 240. He will relieve Austin King, who is currently in line for the win for Purcellville. King went 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. And he will face 3, 4, 5, De Los Santos, Castillo, and Smith. The lefty comes set We get ready to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch. Fastball in there. Pretty good velocity on it, 0-1. Forgot to finish off Drew DeSanto's line. 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 0-1 the count. De Los Santos, quiet night so far, 0-2. And he takes in the dirt, 1-1. Express down 6-1, getting out hit 11-5. They also have 2 errors. They need to get going and get going pretty soon here before we get too late into this game. 1-1 from the lefty Moorer. Swing and a miss. De Los Santos behind. 1-2. Scores around the league. Top 6. Front Royal leading Newmarket 6-1. Harrisonburg and Charlottesville tied 2-2, top of the 8th. Winchester leading Covington 8-5 in the 6th. Woodstock and Waynesboro tied at 1 in the 4th, and the Culpeper Cavaliers with a 7-0 lead on Stanton in the 2nd inning. They're in for a long night. 2nd inning, 7-0 at quarter till 9 o'clock. 1-2 to De Los Santos. Nearly hit him, 2-2. Make sure you're with us in the 7th inning. We will have our history notes for you on this day in baseball history, June 3rd. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out to start the 6th. The righty De Los Santos facing the lefty Moorer, and that is way outside, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. You don't want to walk the leadoff man. Here's the pitch. And a nubber off the bat in the left. It's going to be caught by the shortstop on a pitch that was probably inside. But he swung anyways, and he got jammed, and that's out number 1. Nice running play by Stewart at short, moving to his right. So it's been pretty quiet for the Express bats for the most part tonight. Kind of how it was last night, but they woke up in the 9th inning to score 4 and steal one away from the Turks on their home field. Lefty-lefty matchup here with an out in the 6th inning. Victor Castillo, he's 0-2. And that misses. A couple of players that are scheduled to show up for the Express along with their head coach. They are in the JUCO World Series Championship, College World Series Championship game tonight out in, I think, Colorado. I think that's like a 9 o'clock start. So a couple of players that Strasburg's hoping will get here. That is a called strike, including our head coach, Peyton Treywick. So we will be cheering on Central Florida tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Castillo. And he takes a strike, 1-2. Some other players as well waiting to show up for the Express. One, 2 to Castillo, and that's outside. Hello to all of our viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, maybe on your smart TV or your laptop. And to those watching on Facebook or listening on Stretch Internet. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Castillo, the first baseman. And that is popped up left field towards the line. And that is going to be dropped. It's a foul ball. Great effort there. It looked like he didn't really have a good read off of the lights, trying to look into the lights and see it. But into foul territory, he dropped it. It's a foul ball, 2-2. Check swing. Don't think he went. He did not. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Comes the pitch. Strike three called. Fastball outer part of the plate. And that is out number two.
The DH, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
We got to give a shout out here to 2022 Express player Zane Denton, with Tennessee trailing tonight to number 4 Clemson with 2 outs, 2 strikes, and men on first and third in the top of the 9th inning. Denton blasted a 3-run home run to give Tennessee the 5-4 lead. Again, Tennessee was down to their last strike in the 9th inning. I hope that wasn't hit off of former Express closer Ryan Ammons, as that pitch is a strike. Let's see. And was it a lefty on the mound? Oh, 1. That is fouled back. Two outs, 2 strikes. Strasburg down 6-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. That's up and in. And it's 1-2 to Mitchell Smith. Oh man, it was Ammons. That is fouled away. Ryan Ammons, such a good player for the Express as well. So former Express player head-to-head in that game. Again, Zane Denton from the 2022 Express squad. 1-2 to Smith. That's outside, 2-2. Two. And Moore misses outside. It is 3-2. Time called, and a pitch clock violation has been called on Moore.
Calls a pitch clock violation.
And it goes down as a ball. Jacob Friend will take a strike, 0-1. So runner on first for the Express with 2 outs here in the inning. So a pitch clock violation causes a walk to occur. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Runner goes. The 0-2 is outside, no throw. So Mitchell Smith with a stolen base. One-two is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 to Jacob Friend. 1 for 2 tonight, and he swings and misses at a pitch that was inside. And the half inning is over. Strasburg just struggling on offense tonight. And Purcellville has done just enough to this point as they lead it 6-1. We go to the 7th inning. Strasburg trailing 6-1. And that was the video of the Zane Denton bomb off of Ryan Ammons. As we go to the 7th inning here in Strasburg, Purcellville leading at 6-1. The pitch is grounded to shortstop, fielded by La Sala. High throw, tagged by Castillo as Torres slid into first base, but he's out, and that's out number 1.
First baseman, number 77, Cullen Horwitz.
So 1 up, 1 down in the 7th. Here comes Cullen Horowitz. So Horowitz with a home run tonight, a line out, and a pop out. The pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball. Getting the swing and a miss. 0-2. All right, let's get some history in here for you on the 3rd day of June in baseball history. We'll get to that here in just a second. Chase Ingram still firing out there for the Express. Good velocity. 0-2. Swing and a miss on a slider to the backstop. Hooks will field. Make a strong throw to first. Drop third strike. Score it 2-3, and there's 2 outs in the 7th.
Left fielder, number 8, Ryan Liss.
Here is the left fielder, Ryan Liss. Liss with a fly out to left, a hit by pitch, and a ground out. And the pitch misses to Liss, 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Today in 1957, Forbes Field's vast center field expansion provides the setting for one of Willie Mays' greatest catches, coming at the expense of Roberto Clemente, as the 1-1 to Liss is a swing and a miss. Clemente hits a ball that seems headed towards a light tower and left in the first inning with 2 Pirates on base and 1 out. More than 440 feet from home plate, Willie leaps high against the screen and makes the glove twisting catch. The Giants go on to win that game 6-5. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Ingram not wasting any time. Not giving me much time for history, so we will get ready and give some more. And the bottom of the 7th right after this, Purcellville 6, Strasburg 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg trailing Purcellville 6-1. One of these teams will not be undefeated after tonight. Both 2-0, the only 2-0 teams in the league. La Salle leads it off for Strasburg, and Anthony takes outside from Gabriel Moore, 1-0. La Salle with a fly out to left and a strikeout swinging tonight. As we get ready to get back to some of our history. 1-0. Looking for some base runners is Strasburg. It's fouled away. Today in 1995, Pedro Martinez of the Expos pitches 9 perfect innings against San Diego before giving up a leadoff double to Bip Roberts in the 10th inning, and the Expos 1-0 win. 1-1 to La Salle, and that's fouled off the end of the bat, 1-2. Today in 2003, Sammy Sosa is ejected in the first inning of a Cubs 3-2 victory over Tampa Bay after umpires find cork in his shattered bat. 1-2, and that's fouled away. Today in 2004 at Turner Field at the age of 45 years old, Julio Franco hits a home run with the bases loaded in the first inning to become the oldest player in Major League history to hit a grand slam as the Braves beat the Phillies 8-4. 1-2 from Moore misses outside to La Salle, 2-2. Taking a quick look at our line score tonight. Purcellville, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Strasburg, 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. 2-2 the count. And that's way outside 3-2. Well, one way for Strasburg to try to get back in this thing would be drawing a couple of walks here, as Torres is going to go out and talk to his pitcher Moore. Today in 2008, Randy Johnson moves into second place on the all-time Major League strikeout leaderboard. He strikes out 8 and 6 1/3 innings pitched. Most importantly, getting Mike Cameron and the first to pass Roger Clemens for second place with 4,673. The 44-year-old big unit trails only Nolan Ryan, but will not catch him. Today in 2008. Strasburg looking for a leadoff base runner. They need it. Down to the last 9 outs here, trailing by 5 in the 7th. 3-2. Leadoff walk. Anthony LaSala with a patient at bat and a good start to the inning for Strasburg.
Luke Jenkins.
Brings up the 8-hitter Luke Jenkins. Well, let's see if Strasburg can put together some late inning magic again. Jenkins hit by a pitch and a run scored in the 3rd, grounded out to 2nd in the 5th. And a strike. Today in 2010, a few days before he is expected to become the first overall selection in the 2010 amateur draft, Bryce Harper, playing for Southern Nevada, is ejected from a game in the National Junior College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado, for showing up an umpire and arguing balls and strikes. The ejection came with a 2-game suspension, meaning Harper's amateur career was over unless the team managed to reach a tournament final without their star hitter. That's where some of our guys are right now, the JUCO World Series out in Grand Junction, Colorado. Hopefully no one's getting tossed. 0-1 is a ground ball through the second base hole. And in the second base is LaSala and the Express with a little bit of action here. First and second, nobody out in the 7th inning.
Second baseman number 2, Carter Newman.
And for those that weren't with us last year, I want to express this enough. That same play resulted in 2 outs last year with the runner running into the baseball, or the baseball running into the runner. The same spot, the right side of the infield, we saw it twice just last year alone. So the Express with first and second, nobody out for Carter Newman. Newman with a single and a fly out, and he takes way outside. Moore a little bit out of whack right now. It's 1-0. Strasburg down 5, trying to score some runs here. A lot of room on the right side of the infield. 1-0. That is down low. 2-0. Today in 2013, Yasiel Puig has 2 hits in his Major League debut and makes a strong throw from right field to complete a game-ending double play as the Dodgers defeated the Padres 2-1. 2-0. Runner goes from second. The pitch not in time on the throw down, and now going to second. A double steal for the Express on a gutsy decision, down 5 runs in the 7th inning, but they make it happen. So it's second and third, nobody out, and a 3-0 count to Newman. So Strasburg doing some interesting things, and well, they've worked to this point, base running wise. 3-0 count here for Newman, an obvious take situation. Trying to get on. 3-0 pitch, and Moore knew he wasn't going to swing and could not find the strike zone. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the 7th for Strasburg. Well, let's look back to our keys to the game. These were our keys to the game earlier for Purcellville. You look at that 3rd key there in gold. It says strong bullpen effort. Gabriel Moore has been in since the 6th inning. And as of right now, he's done a good job, but he's in some trouble. So we will see here if Strasburg can take advantage. I'm sure they're going to sit out here and stall and then make a move, which you shouldn't be able to do. I mean, if they're going to take this long, and I know I do this every year, but there's no chance that a move should be made right now. So let's see what happens. Okay, he's going to leave him in, so props to the Cannons there, doing things the right way. So he's going to face one more hitter. Okay, here's the stage. Let's set the stage. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the lineup for Strasburg. Gabriel Moore in some trouble here. The Express trailing 6-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Ty Hooks, the catcher, with 2 hits tonight. The pitch, swing, and a foul tip, 0-1. A walk, a single, a double steal, and a walk here in the inning. Ty Hooks trying to come up big. A blooper down the right field line would be perfect right now. 0-1. And nearly hits him. It's inside, 1-1. One ball, one strike, no outs to Hooks. That's outside, 2-1. Last history note, today in 2022, with a disappointing 22-29 record after splurging on free agents over the past few years, the Phillies fired manager Joe Girardi, who failed to take them to the postseason in 2+ seasons at the helm. Bench coach Rob Thompson named manager on an interim basis, and he ended up taking them to the World Series. 2-1. Outside, 3-1. 3-1 to Hooks. This is undoubtedly the last hitter for Gabriel Moore. Hearing some whistles from the dugout. Don't know what that's all about, but 3-1 the count to Hooks. Big pitch coming up. Swing and a miss, 3-2. This pitch right here could really change the trajectory of this game. A walk makes it 6-2, still nobody out. A strikeout, though, would allow the Cannons to get an out, plus go to the bullpen. 3-2 to the catcher, Hooks. 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI. Gabriel Moore, the lefty, set he deals. Ball 4. Oh my goodness, just missed, according to the home plate umpire. 6-2 Strasburg. And that's going to be it for the starting pitcher, or not the starting pitcher, the reliever, Gabriel Moore. Ty Hooks just took a pitch that, well, I would have been scared to take. One swing can tie this game up. We've got a pitching change. New hurler coming up for the Cannons. We'll step away. Be right back. Pitching change for Purcellville in a tough spot with the tying run stepping up to the plate and nobody out in the 7th for Strasburg. Jabari Smith will take over for the Cannons. He was here last year, or he played for them last year. He's got a heck of an arm. The pitch, fastball up high, just got to locate it. 1-0 to Irigoyen. He relieves Gabriel Moore, who got the Cannons in some trouble here in the inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Irigoyen 1 for 3 tonight. One swing can tie this thing up. Swing and a miss. He was trying. And it's 1-1. Purcellville up 6-2 in the 7th. They've led this game they led it 6-1 all the way until this inning, where it's now 6-2. 1-1. Slow breaking ball gets away, and the runner was thinking about coming home, but holding up at third is Jenkins. Not a lot of backstop here. A lot of room in the backstop, so a good decision to hold up. Dimensions here at First Bank Park, 300 feet down the left and right field lines, and straightaway center is 365. So Irigoyen, you never know. He could get a hold of one, maybe tie it up on one swing. But he's ahead in the count 2-1 against Smith. The pitch. Swing and a line drive into right center field, and that is going to go all the way to the gap. One will score, two will score, and holding up at third is Hooks. The tying run is into second base with nobody out in the 4th. It's 6-4. JoJo Irigoyen able to split the gap in right center field with a clutch 2 RBI double.
The center fielder, number 3, Joe De Los Santos.
So the tying run is now at second base with nobody out here in the 7th inning, and here's Joe De Los Santos. He's due. He's 0 for 3. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Smith comes in and allows the double. Both of those runs will be on the ledger of Gabriel Moore. But wow, Strasburg has some life here. Single could maybe tie it up. 7 hits now for the Express. 1-0. That is an inside strike. Nearly hit him. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. And Smith will step off. One ball, one strike to count to Joe De Los Santos. Tying run at second base, nobody out. Curveball in the dirt. Joe lays off, 2-1. Jabari Smith out of Herndon, Virginia, 6'2 lefty, 213. It's been a big inning for Strasburg, similar to last night's 9th inning against Harrisonburg. 2-1 the count to De Los Santos. Inside, nearly hitting him. Even closer than the one that was called a strike. It's 3-1. On deck, the lefty Victor Castillo. He is 0 for 3. Nobody out in the 7th. The pitch. Inside, ball 4, and how about that? The bases are loaded for Strasburg with nobody out.
The first baseman is number 1, Victor Castillo.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. Now you got to think this has got to be a tough matchup for Castillo facing the lefty Smith. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first, nobody out in the 7th. The pitch outside, 1-0. Purcellville's offense has no issues. Their starting pitching has really not had many issues, but their bullpen has had their problems through the first 2 games. 1-0 the count to Victor Castillo here in the 7th inning. Smith deals. Swinging a ground ball to first. It's through the hole in the right side. One will score. The tying run comes home, and he is safe. And the Express have tied it with 5 runs in the 7th inning. Still nobody out. What an inning for Strasburg. Victor Castillo just got it by the base running of Joe De Los Santos.
Mitchell Smith.
Nearly hit him. Irigoyen and Hooks both score. And De Los Santos is up to third. 2 RBI single for Victor Castillo. Here is Mitchell Smith with first and third and nobody out. Just an unbelievable inning, still nobody out. And a line drive foul into the bleachers right side. 6-6 here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You will get a free spot.
Oh, 1 the count to Smith. Curveball up high, delayed steal. Castillo takes off for second and he'll get it. So Victor Castillo now into second base. This inning all started, can you guess? A leadoff walk. Smith is 0 for 2 tonight. Pop out, a strikeout, and a walk. 1-1. That is down low, 2-1. On deck is Jacob Friend. Go ahead run at third with nobody out in the 7th. The Express now have 8 hits. The pitch. Swing and a high fly to left center field. Back and having room at the wall, making the catch. The go-ahead run will score. And up to third is Castillo. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and Strasburg has come from behind to take the lead in the 7th. It's 7-6. Smith just missed a home run there. De Los Santos scored, and Castillo able to tag up.
Jacob Friend.
And I mean just missing a 3-run bomb with Smith right there. So it's 7-6 Strasburg now. Here's Jacob Friend with a man at third and 1 out. They need to get that run in. Big insurance run. Friend the lefty facing the lefty Smith. The pitch. Breaking ball misses. 1-0. Wow, this is quite shocking here in this inning. 6 runs. Still only 1 out. 1-0. And a pop-up. Shallow left. Shortstop gets under it, makes the catch, and that is a big out, number 2. So Friend unable to get that run in from third. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Strasburg. Meanwhile, Anthony LaSala will bat for the 2nd time in this inning. He walked earlier. A base hit here would be nice to try to add on to their 1-run lead. And it's fouled away, 0-1. Purcellville will have 9-1-2 due up in the 8th. Still going to have to go through Guida and Eichelberger at least one more time. So you need to get one more here if you can. 0-1. That is a strike called on LaSala, 0-2. Castillo's over there at third base. Strasburg with 6 in the inning, now leading at 7-6. 0-2 the count. And that hit him. It's a hit by pitch. On an 0-2 count, LaSala reaches again. 2nd time this inning, a walk and now a hit by pitch. And it'll bring up Luke Jenkins, singled earlier this inning. Jenkins, another lefty, facing the lefty Smith. 2 outs in the inning. Smith is making things hard here. Runner goes. The pitch is a curveball in the dirt, and stealing second easily is LaSala. Strasburg is just running all over the place right now in this inning. So that takes the force out at second. Count is 1-0. Strasburg still getting out hit 11-8. But leading in the run column. 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. Well, we thought that Smith would come in and try to go 2 or 3 innings, but he's just trying to get through this inning at this point. Pitch count rapidly climbing for him. Got him at 9 strikes to 12 balls, 2-0. Outside 3-0. The count. Ball 4, he walked him, and the bases are loaded. Walked him on 4 pitches. This has been a treacherous inning for Purcellville.
Second baseman number 2, Carter Newman.
Here is Carter Newman, bases loaded, 2 outs. Newman is 1 for 2, a single, a fly out, a walk, and a run scored. Huge spot here for Strasburg. Smith's pitch, down and in. You got to make him prove he can throw a strike at this point. It's 1-0. To Carter Newman. Strike right down the middle. One ball, 1 strike to count. 7-6 Express here on a crazy ball game. Soft grounder to second. It takes a hop. Throw to first is in time, and Strasburg will strand 3 here in the 7th inning. But they do score 6 runs and take their first lead of the night. We're through 7, going to the 8th. Strasburg now leading it 7-6. All right, we go to the 8th inning after Ryan Guida tried to come up and hit 5 spots before he was supposed to be hitting. And the first pitch to Aiden McDonald is a called strike, 0-1. So Strasburg leading at 7-6, and Chase Ingram still out there for the Express. McDonald is 1 for 3 tonight out of the 9 hole, and he checks his swing, didn't go, 1-1. 1-1 the count. Ingram from the windup. He deals. Swing and a chopper to third, and it plays the third baseman into left field. Leadoff single for McDonald here in the 8th.
Shortstop number 2, Caleb Stewart.
And that's not what you want to see if you're Strasburg, because now that's likely going to mean Guida will be up with a couple of guys on base, most likely, if he does get up. Back to the top of the lineup, it's Caleb Stewart. And the first pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1. I was talking to Ridge Fuller from the Cannons before the game. He's doing our technology stuff this year. And we were talking about the new extra inning thing. And I said, you know what, because we're talking about it, we're going to see extra innings tonight. Just putting that out there. 0-1, big lead at first. Throw over to first, and nope, didn't get him. Better throw would have had him. He was leaning. Strasburg trying to hold on to the lead that they worked very hard to get. 6 runs in the 7th inning. 0-1 the count to Stewart. Big lead again. The pitch, he goes. That's fouled back. He had the bag stolen easily, but Stewart decided to swing. 0-2. And 2. Foul ball. Great piece of hitting there by Stewart. Staying alive. Feeling some breeze. We know there were storms in the area, or there were supposed to be storms in the area this evening. They have gotten pushed back, and I don't even want to check at this point. Let's just keep going. Strasburg would love a ground ball here or a strikeout. 0-2 the count. Runner goes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to second by Hooks is not in time. It'll be a strikeout and a stolen base for McDonald. And the tying run is in the scoring position with 1 out.
Center fielder number 11, Mikey Brenton.
I don't want to look too far ahead here, but you've got a base open. Britton's batting. Guida is rightfully on deck now. But then there's Eichelberger behind him. The 3-4 for Purcellville is just crazy. Long hold the pitch. That's in the dirt. Hooks is able to block it, and no throw to third. So end of third base is the tying run. This is what I always talk about. You leave guys on base, it comes back and bites you every single time. Strasburg had the bases loaded. Left some men out there. They originally were going to play the infield in. Now the corners, or no, now the infield is coming in. Okay, so Strasburg's playing the infield in here, trying to cut down the tying run. I think that's the right move, but we'll see. 2-0. That one missed. Mikey Brenton trying to get the tying run in from third after Strasburg scored 6 to take the lead. It might not last. The pitch. That's in the dirt. Hooks blocks it. And it's 3-0. On deck is Guida. So if you end up walking Britton and Guida comes up to the plate, he can really ruin someone's night. 1 out here in the 8th inning. Three and 0 to Mikey Brenton. And he takes for a strike, 3-1. Tying run at third, it's McDonald after a single, a stolen base, and advancement on a wild pitch. 3-1. Strike 2. Good pitch there from Chase Ingram, and the count is now full, 3-2. Ingram out of UAB, 6'3" righty. He looks in for his signs, looking for a big out here. Comes set at the belt. Hooks lays down the signs. He's ready and he deals. Swing and a high fly into center. That's going to tie this game up. Getting under it and making the catch is Joe De Los Santos. Actually makes a heck of a throw home. Right on the money, but not in time. And we're all tied up at 7 here in the 8th.
The DH, number 29, Ryan Guido.
So scoring from third was McDonald. Sack fly and an RBI there for Brenton. 2 outs, and it's Guida. And the good thing about it, I guess, is the bases are empty. A double in the first, RBI single in the third, hit by a pitch and a run scored in the fourth, and he did ground out his last time up. He takes a all-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. Pitch. Breaking ball, strike 2. That's a beauty, 0-2. A high fly, right field, down the line. It is a fair ball as it gets down in the corner. Rounding first into second, Guida with another double. And the go-ahead run is in second. I think you have to walk Eichelberger here and take your chances. I really do.
Joseph Eichelberger.
Eichelberger with a base open. I don't think there's any way you can pitch to him here. So he was behind in the count. He took it the other way, and Friend was so far off the line. He made a great effort, but couldn't make the catch. It dropped in fair territory. I think Hooks is out there telling Ingram, hey, we need to be careful here. Work around this guy a little bit. I don't want to say it too loud. He might hear me, but I mean, this is a big spot here. Base is open here for Joseph Eichelberger. 3 hits. He's got a 3-run homer, 2 singles. He had a grand slam and a 3-run shot last night. I'm shocked. Maybe a pitch around here. I mean, if this guy kills you here, that's going to sting. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1, 0-1. And that right there makes it a lot harder to work around the guy when you get ahead 0-1. Because now you think you can get him out and you end up leaving one over the plate and he makes it a 2-run game. 0-1 the count to Eichelberger. Yeah, another breaking ball way outside, 1-1. They definitely don't want to get stung by the fastball. 13 hits for the Cannons, 8 for Strasburg, 7-7 here in the 8th. I think I got a couple bugs up here on me. I jinxed it. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was trying to send that one to Purcellville, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Go ahead run at second. Guida's out there. One, 2. Foul ball. It looked like Guida was out there making some signals. I don't know what that's all about. Looked like he was kind of saying up. Let's see if he does it again here. One, 2. And the pitch. Up and in, 2-2. This has been a wild one, to say the least. 2 teams that score a lot of runs have scored a lot of runs. And we've seen Purcellville's weakness tonight, and that's the bullpen. We've seen Strasburg, a little bit of their weakness since game 1's been their defense after a spectacular showing. 2-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Didn't work around him, didn't need to. Chase Ingram with a huge punch out. Purcellville does tie this game back up. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg coming up in a tied game of 7-7.
The catcher, number 11, Ty Hooks.
We are off to the 8th. 7-7 the score from Strasburg. Ty Hooks will bat at the top of the lineup for the Express. 1-2-3 against new pitcher Brennan Baker. Baker will take over here in a tie ball game out of Tallahassee Community College from Jacksonville, Florida. First pitch, fastball, high, 1-0. 1-0 the count. We'll get you the final line from Jabari Smith for Purcellville here in just a second. Hooks has been good tonight from the leadoff spot. 2 singles and a walk. And he takes down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Breeze still moving around here at First Bank Park. One and one from Brennan Baker. He does have an inning this year. 1 inning, 1 strikeout, no ERA. So he's been good so far. Swinging a hard grounder up the middle. It will take a hop on the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. They get Ty Hooks at first for the first out here in the 8th.
The third baseman, number 30, JoJo Irigoyen.
1 up, 1 down for Baker and the Cannons. And here's JoJo Irigoyen, the third baseman. Irigoyen with a couple of hits tonight, a single and a double. Also 2 RBIs and a run scored. And thank you for tuning in here tonight. It's been a pretty entertaining game. Irigoyen takes in the dirt. Get another look at scores around the league when we have a chance. Let's see. Harrisonburg defeated Charlottesville tonight 4-2. Front Royal is leading Newmarket 8-3 in the 9th. Winchester beat Covington 8-6. Culpeper leading Stanton 9-1 in the 5th inning. What in the world is going on there? 1-0. And it's fouled away. And what I mean by that is, why are they in the 5th inning at 9:41? I guess weather. And according to this, Woodstock and Waynesboro 1-1 in the fourth. I'm going to have to say that's not right either. In Woodstock. Unofficial scores. 1-1 to JoJo Irigoyen. He's the go-ahead run here in the eighth. And he emergency hacks off the hands. It's fouled away, 1-2. Irigoyen came in hitting 285, but he's got a couple of hits tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baker, the righty, set, and he deals. Breaking ball, nasty, but laid off of outside, 2-2. Looking at our line score. 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors for Purcellville. 7 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Strasburg. 2-2 to Irigoyen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball right past him for the second out.
Joe De Los Santos.
And here is Joe De Los Santos. De Los Santos 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a run scored last inning in the 7th. Still looking for his first knock of the night. 2 home runs on opening night. Nearly hit a grand slam last night. But he's been quiet to this point. 9th pitch of the inning coming up for Baker. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball by De Los Santos, 0-1. Purcellville has 5, 6, 7 due up in the top of the 9th inning. Breeze continuing to move around, 0-1, and that's down low. It'd be nice if he hit it to right center. You see the flag moving around. If he can take it the opposite way, you never know. 1-1 the count. That is off the plate, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And he fouls it back, knocking a couple of bugs into our lap. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Strasburg was down big, 6-1, all the way to the 7th before they scored 6 to go ahead by a run, and then Purcellville responded back with one of their own in the top of the 8th. Purcellville a strike away from sending this to the 9th, all tied at 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And it's up high, ball 3. On deck is Victor Castillo. He had a 2 RBI single all the way back last inning. Feels like forever ago now. Full count to De Los Santos. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air, left field, down the line. It is caught. He hit it very high into the air, but it did not have enough distance. The wind didn't help. It was a fair ball, and the left fielder List made the catch. If he hits that to right, it's gone. But a lot of air under it. And the Cannons keep it all tied up. We go to the 9th. Game 3 of the season, 2 2-0 teams. One must lose. We'll find out who it'll be right after this. We go to the 9th here from First Bank Park. We go to the ninth. Keegan Knutson will lead it off for the Cannons. New pitcher for Strasburg, fourth arm of the night. It is Parker Say. The first pitch from the lefty is swung on and missed, 0-1. Parker Say, 6'2" lefty out of the University of South Florida from Williston, Florida. 0-1. Strike at the knees, quickly 0-2 to Knudsen. Keegan, 2 singles, a ground out, and a 6-4-3 double play ground out. So he's 2 for 4. Batting with nobody out in the ninth in a 7-7 game. 0-2 from Parker Say is a swing and a miss. Fastball up and out of the zone. Cut on and missed. 3 pitches, 1 out.
Jose Torres.
And it'll be Jose Torres, the catcher. Torres is 0 for 3 with a walk back in the second. Thanks to everybody that has stuck with us here tonight. Looks like about 80 over on YouTube and about 30 or so on Facebook. It's been a fun ball game. Pitch to Torres. That's a strike. 4 pitches, 4 strikes. 0-1. Hey, if you want to be immaculate, you got to throw strikes. 0-1. And that misses. 1-1. One pitch is outside, 2-1. Four pitchers tonight for Purcellville and now 4 for Strasburg with 1 out in the ninth. Here in Game 3 of the season on the 3rd of June in 2023. 2-1. That's up high, 3-1 to the catcher Torres. On deck is Cullen Horowitz. He had a home run back in the 4th inning, which feels like an eternity ago. Tonight's game has not been quick like the first 2 for Strasburg. And he walks him. A 5-pitch walk.
First baseman, number 77, Cullen Horowitz.
And it's Cullen Horowitz, the first baseman. So a walk in front of a guy that has already hit a home run tonight. Strasburg needs to play clean defense here, keep this thing tied heading into the bottom half. Try to win it and walk it off and win it. Torres at first. We saw him jumping around earlier. He's not doing so now. The pitch. That is down and in for a ball, 1-0. This is a big spot here. Strasburg wants to shut it down here and then go win it in the ninth so they don't have to possibly face the top of the lineup again. 1-0. And that's inside, 2-0. All right, getting to be dangerous here. 2-0 the count. Then again, Horowitz hit his home run in an 0-2 count on a fastball away, so he's reverse count here, 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bear Horowitz. Purcellville had multiple Bears last year. They had Bear Horowitz. They had Bear Madliak. So I don't know how there were 2 Bears on one team. 2-1. In the dirt. What a pick by Hooks. Keeps it in front of him, 3-1. Well, Say looks strong. First batter he faced, struck him out on 3 pitches. Since then, a walk and now a 3-1 count. That's the last thing you want to do after coming back in this game and putting such a good effort forward is giving free walks. Talked about this earlier. This is what hurt them earlier, as they were giving free passes to the Cannons, and Purcellville puts the ball in play. Pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. First and second, 1 out for Ryan Liss, the left fielder. Going to have a pinch hitter. Nukumba Booker Jr. Will be pinch hitting, it appears.
Now batting from Montreat College, number 20, Nukumba Booker Jr.
Booker Jr. out of Montreat College from Akron, Ohio, 5'9", righty, 180. So he will bat here for the list. And well, let's see. Booker Jr., he's 2 for 3 on the year. No home runs, 1 RBI. So he's got a couple of hits to his name so far this year. Big spot, a strikeout and 2 consecutive walks to the bottom of the lineup too. Not what you want to do. Seven, top of the ninth. Cannons threatening. Booker Jr., the righty, awaits the pitch. Nearly hits him. Say misses inside again. 1-0. This feels like what was happening to Strasburg earlier, where Jabari Smith was just giving free passes to everybody. Got to make them earn it. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Six strikes, 9 balls for Parker Say through third of an inning. The lefty comes set at the belt. Booker Jr. with his pink batting gloves finds the inside corner. Strike 2. I don't know what you're gonna, if you're Booker there, if you swing at that, I think the barrel of the bat goes flying. I think you saw yourself right off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. You can work inside, but if you hit him, that's when you turns bad. 1-2 from Say. Strike 3 called. The ball gets away. Bases occupied, so Booker Jr. can't run. And there are 2 outs here in the ninth. Big punch out there for the Parker Say, the reliever for the Express.
Third baseman, number 16, Aiden McDonald.
To the bottom of the lineup. It's the 9 spot. This is where you want to finish it off. Aiden McDonald. He is 2 for 4, 2 singles, a run scored, a stolen base, and run scored. He faces the righty Say. Inside, Say tries to find that spot again. 1-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. McDonald is out of James Madison University. 1-0. Misses, 2-0. So 2 strikeouts in the inning and 2 walks in the inning. Good hitters count. Big spot here, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Oh, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to McDonald. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Say looking for just 1 more strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Cannons with the go-ahead run at second base. The 2-2, runner goes, it's fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs once again. Who's going to win the battle? Runner goes inside, 3-2. Runners will be on the move, meaning a ball in the gap likely scores 2 for the Cannons. A strikeout would send this to the bottom of the 9th. Strasburg has come all the way back in this one. 3-2, 2 outs here in the 9th. Say comes set, the lefty ready. Awaits the pitch is McDonald. It is a line drive into right. It's a base hit. Coming home to score, and the Cannons have taken the lead here in the 9th. Walks are a backbreaker, and the Cannons take an 8-7 lead.
Shortstop number 2, Caleb Stewart.
RBI single for Aiden McDonald, scoring Torres from second base. Third hit in a row for McDonald, back-to-back-to-back ABs. There's Caleb Stewart, runners on first and second and 2 outs. And nearly hits him, hooks with a great block. You know, guys will learn in this Valley League that walks will kill you. They will cost you games. It happens everywhere, but we see it a lot here from time to time with different guys. And eventually, every time in a game will come back and bite you and cost you a game. 1-0. Popped up foul, 1-1. One pitch to Stewart. And that is lined in the right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Another run will score, and the Cannons now lead it 9-7.
Center fielder number 11, Mikey Brenton.
And meeting at the mound here. Meeting at the mound here for the Express. The Cannons now take a look at their line score. 9 runs on 15 hits and no errors. Meanwhile, Strasburg 7 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors.
We didn't get into those 3 guys in with the 2 outs and bases loaded. Wonderful opportunity for pitchers to start.
27 pitches for Say through 2/3 of an inning, and he's currently on the hook in this one. Here comes Mikey Brenton. Got to give credit where it's due. These Cannons hit the ball. Pitch is a strike, 0-1. And they're taking advantage of extra opportunities such as walks. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, single with an RBI, and a single and an RBI. I mean, Brenton's batting for the first, second, third, fourth, 6th time tonight, 6th plate appearance. 0-1, runner goes, pitch is down low, and Caleb Stewart steals second base. We got started tonight at 7:09. We will be eclipsing the 3-hour mark tonight. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Strasburg will have 4, 5, 6 due up in the bottom of the 9th. Castillo, Smith, and Friend. One and 2 to Brenton. Say looks in for his sign. Comes set. and he deals. Swing and a pop-up foul. Tomorrow, the Express will take the dreaded drive, just a long drive, down to Covington. That's a 7 o'clock start at Casey Field. Braxton Shelton is the probable pitcher tomorrow night for the Express. And for the Cannons, they will host the Woodstock River Bandits tomorrow night. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Parker Say gets through the ninth, but not before he allows 2 runs. And the Cannons once again lead this game. They're up 9-7 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. We come back to after this to find out if Strasburg can tie it, win it, or if they will face their first loss of the year. Back after this on Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Internet.
Express first baseman number 1, Victor Castillo.
We are off to the bottom of the ninth inning in a game that Strasburg looked like they had no chance to win. Well, they suddenly came back and took the lead, although it didn't last long as they allowed a run in the top of the 8th and now 2 in the top of the 9th, and they trail it 9-7. Castillo, Smith, and Friend due up here in the 9th for Strasburg against Baker. First pitch is in there for a strike. Brennan Baker out of Tallahassee Community College. Castillo trying to get on for Strasburg. He's 1 for 4. And he crushes one to right center. Going back, it's over his head. It's a double. He's safe at second. A leadoff double for Victor Castillo.
Now batting the DH, number 25, Mitchell Smith.
I will admit, I called that a little early, but an incredible throw from the right fielder there, and it just looked like a mess at second after Castillo slid in there. Hopefully he's okay. So Castillo with a hard hit double to start the 9th inning. The tying run steps in. It's Mitchell Smith. Yeah, Castillo's banged up a little bit. Fourth hit of the year for Castillo. Mitchell Smith. A sac fly and an RBI his last time up, and he takes inside for a ball, 1-0. A leadoff double for Castillo. Strasburg down 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. They're getting out hit 15-9. 1-0 to Smith. Baker set and he deals. Swing and a pop-up over our heads behind the plate, 1-1. all I'm going to say is whoever loses this game, it's going to sting. It's a game that both teams have really, yeah, it's early, I know, but 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. He crushed it, but it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes, the count to Smith here in the bottom of the ninth. Baker's ready and he deals. It's in the dirt. And holding at second base is Castillo, 2-2. This game was tied 1-1 after 3. Purcellville was up 6-1 all the way to the 7th before Strasburg scored 6 to make it 7-6. Purcellville with 1 in the 8th to make it 7-7. Ninth inning they scored 2 to make it 9-7. 2-2. Smith with a pop-up, and it's going to be caught by the third baseman. That's a stinger there. And that is the first out here in the ninth inning. Amazingly, that ball almost dropped, but good hustle by the third baseman, McDonald. Or who's at third now? Yeah, McDonald. And now they're gonna pull Castillo. So number 5 will go in to run for Strasburg. Number 5 is Cade Parker.
Pitch running in second, number 5, Cade Parker.
So Cade Parker will come in to run for Strasburg with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Jacob Friend, in his first game here of the summer, is 1 for 4. He bats from the left side. They're going to tell him to back up. The catcher, Torres, saying no doubles, so he's going back to the wall. There's one way to still get it over his head, and that's just to hit it over the wall. So Jacob Friend will bat here with an out in the ninth. He is the tying run. Up high, 1-0. We have just surpassed the 3-hour mark here in tonight's ball game. We got started at 7:09. 1 ball, no strikes. That is a strike. Beautiful pitch there, 1-1. Again, Friend is out of Davidson College from Arlington, Virginia. 6'1" lefty, bats left, throws right. 1-1 nearly gets a piece of his foot, 2-1. Again, Purcellville will be home tomorrow night against Woodstock. Strasburg will be at Covington. The newly rebranded Covington Lumberjacks. 2-1. Swing and a foul off the hands into the netting. It's 2-2. I don't know if anybody has seen Covington. They're like blue now instead of the red. So Strasburg folks will see that tomorrow. 2-2 the count. Pitch to Friend. Inside, nasty breaking ball. It's called a ball, and it's 3-2. On deck is Anthony LaSala, the shortstop. He was walked and hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. 3-2 the pitch. Up high, ball 4, and the winning run will step to the plate here in the 9th inning for Strasburg.
Stop, number 12, Anthony LaSala.
LaSala will step up. If he could find the gap here, that would be something else. Are we going to see a pitching change here? They've got movement in the Cannons bullpen. Let's see here. Don't think we'll see a move here. Now again, I don't want to see the 30-second speech and then a call to the bullpen. You got to make that signal immediately.
Meeting is adjourned. Oh, I am sorry, sir. I didn't mean to overstep my bounds. You say that. What? Meeting is adjourned. It is? No, you say that, Governor. What? Meeting is adjourned. It is?
Didn't work.
A long meeting on the mound here.
Whatever you tried there just didn't work.
Stalling for the pitcher.
This is where you should have played it, stalling.
Umpire just now getting out there to shake things up.
I guess they're ready if they need it. That's 3 for him. 3 both ways.
First and second. First and second, 1 out for Anthony LaSala. LaSala is the winning run here in the 9th inning. Tying run at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike called on the outer part, 0-1. A gap shot would be just as fine for the Express. Castillo at second. Actually, Cade Parker, the runner, at second. Friend at first. 0-1. Breaking ball. Umpire thought about it. Little flinch, but it's up. 1-1. 9-7 Purcellville here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Anthony LaSala. LaSala out of the University of Pittsburgh, looking for a big knock here. And a foul ball. It's 1-2. That pitch was up on the hands. On deck is the left fielder Luke Jenkins, who is 1 for 2 tonight. A couple of runs scored. Stolen base. LaSala trying to get on or get the guys over or even hit them all in here in the 9th. Trying to be the hero. 1-2. Up and in, 2-2. They're saying LaSala's saying it hit him.
Check New York.
And he asked, can we double check? Home plate umpire said no. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out to LaSala. It's a line drive down the right field line. It is foul, and that would have tied the game up here in the 9th. Just missing a game-tying base hit. Tough break there for LaSala and the Express. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Baker set the 2-2. Up and in, and the count is full, 3-2. Bullpen action continues for the Cannons, but Baker's got to finish here. 3-2 to Anthony LaSala. Foul ball. Good pitch, but a great job of fouling it back, and we will do it again, 3-2. Baker so far, an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 9th. Pitch is a strike 3 called, and that is out number 2. So the Express down to their final out here in the 9th.
Left fielder number 18, Luke Jenkins.
Too close to take with 2 outs. So Luke Jenkins is the final hope for Strasburg here in the 9th. He is the winning run. He is a lefty facing the right-handed pitcher Baker. Looking for a miraculous win here. The first pitch is outside, 1-0. Carter Newman would be next if Jenkins can get on here. Strasburg down to their final hope in the ninth. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Both teams 2-0 coming into this game. Both teams high-powered offenses. And this game is coming down to the absolute end here. Long hold, 1-1. And that hits him. Jenkins hit by a pitch. It'll load up the bases here in the bottom of the ninth. So a hit by pitch. Second time Jenkins has been hit tonight. And it's a pinch hitter for Strasburg. It'll be Dakota Miller batting for Carter Newman.
Now batting number 16, Dakota Miller.
Will they let Baker face Miller here? Will they go to the bullpen? I see no action in the bullpen anymore at all. So they've pretty much said this guy's going to finish it or he's going to lose it. Tying run is at second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. And now they want a pinch run for Jenkins. Might as well empty the tank here and try to win. It looks like Pfeiffer heading out there. Looks like number 10 going out there. Wyatt Pfeiffer will pinch run for Miller, or for Jenkins. All right, 9-7 Purcellville, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Tying runs at second, winning runs at first. We have a pinch hitter and Dakota Miller batting for Carter Newman. Wyatt Pfeiffer is pinch running for Luke Jenkins. And here we go. Strasburg looking to pull one out of their hat here. First pitch, breaking ball, misses, 1-0. Top of the lineup on deck, it's Ty Hooks. A little bit of pacing going around in that Purcellville bullpen. They scored 2 in the top of the ninth to take a 9-7 lead. Strasburg trying to answer back or win it. 1-0 to Miller. It's a line drive to first, and the play is made at first, and the ball game is over. Horowitz, fittingly, makes the play, and the Cannons are victorious tonight by a final score of 9-7. Strasburg strands the tying and winning runs on base. An entertaining ball game, to say the least. In a game that lasted 3 hours and 12 minutes. Strasburg unable to come back and finish things off as they fall tonight by a final score of 9-7. Winning pitcher tonight for the Cannons is Brennan Baker, and the loss will go to Parker Say. There will be no save in this one. And things will come to a close here tonight from Strasburg. Final line score, Strasburg Express 7 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. And the victorious Purcellville Cannons 9 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The Express will go to Covington tomorrow to take on the Lumberjacks. Meanwhile, Purcellville will be home tomorrow night against the Woodstock River Bandits. Both teams came in here tonight at 2-0. One had to win, one had to lose. The Cannons are 3-0. And Strasburg falls to 2-1. Our next home game will be Tuesday night against the Woodstock River Bandits. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. And we look forward to talking to you then. Again, a tough loss tonight for the Express, but give all the credit in the world to Purcellville. They hit the ball and they are victorious 9-7. Strasburg falls to 2-1. Purcellville is 3-0. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday night from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia, as the Express will host the Woodstock River Bandits. This is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2023 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.